Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. After watching this video, you should know everything about Queen Charge Hybrid and how you guys can use this strategy to wreck basically any town hall level. Because I will explain this strategy for every town hall level, because to be honest, it's not that different. So we will talk about different base styles. I will show you guys a couple of live attacks, and well, after that, you guys should be ready to go to use Queen Charge Hybrid in Clash of Clans on basically any town level. Let's get started with the army composition. Most of the time you have like a queen charge, which means like kinda on the town hall depending 4, sometimes 5 healers. On the higher town levels you need most of the time 5 healers, and then you have a mix of miners and hog riders. I get so many questions of how many hog riders and how many miners you should use and what is the best way to use them, and the answer is simple and not simple at the same time. So you want to have more miners when you're most likely facing any storages or enemy heroes, and when you're facing less storages and less enemy heroes, you want to have less miners. I always like to have more like a miner heavy army composition, because this is the army for Legend League mainly, and in Legend League you're facing most of the time a lot of storages around the town hall, for example, so you need those miners. But guys, if you like videos like this and you like those really in-depth guides, make sure to support me or support my channel if you want to. And well, just make sure that you have any creator code in there, because whenever you're spending money on the game, for example for the gold pass, buying gems or any offers, you're supporting us creators who put content out there for you guys every single day. But for now, let's get started, because what we want to do is we want to get started with a couple of base layouts which you can kind of easily find out there. We're starting off with the classic ring base, I would say. So the classic ring base, it's well a ring, and obviously the ring every single time is different, but it's always the same approach on how you guys can easily triple those. So first things first, you have to kind of cut the ring, which you normally do with your queen charge. So let's say you're queen charging into this, and as soon as you make sure that your queen is entering the ring, you can just let her decide whichever way she wants to go. As soon as you have done that, you can kinda just support your queen with the hybrid. Then there's one more thing left, and that's the town hall. So let's say you have everything done right, like you have the queen charge, you have let your queen decide whichever way she wants to go, and then you're supporting her. Let's say you're going from the left side, then you're supporting her from the left with the hybrid, and then you're just sending in the blimp for the town hall to make sure that you're getting that out of the way. With this setup, you can basically triple any ring base which is out there. You just need to find the right entry, which is harder, like easier said than done, but that's kind of how you approach every single ring base. The next base type which I have for you guys is a teaser base. All of those bases are kind of set up the same way, because you have this town hall which is protected by the clan castle, by the enemy heroes, by a lot of expos and things like that. So there are a couple of sneaky things how you can approach those bases. First things is just start at the flank of the town hall with your queen charge. In this example it's white, and then you're walking into the direction of the town hall, but before actually reaching the town hall, you're wall breaking into the base, and then later on you're sending the hybrid, in this example it's orange, just into the town hall. And this is why I really like this more heavy miner army composition, because it's helping you on attacks like this. But this is not the only setup which you can do on teaser bases. There are many more ways to go, and obviously it's every single time depending on the exact setup of the teaser base. So for example, if there's no damage in the second row, you can let your queen walk the entire distance to the town hall, and as soon as she has reached the town hall, you can just get started with the hybrid into the back end of the queen kinda. This is the next option which you can do on teaser bases, which is just queen charge the town hall, and as soon as your queen has decided for one direction, you're just supporting the queen with the hybrid. It's working pretty well, like this setup. It's working on most of the bases, but you need to be really cautious about your trap, like triggering enemy traps, because if there's a tornado trap and your queen is getting rotated into the giant bomb of the town hall, like the damage over there, it could be messed up really badly. So the next thing is going to be the classic war bases, and you can find this setup even in Legend League bases. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this town hall setup. It's like you have one row of defenses in front of the town hall, then you have the town hall kind of like in the second row, and then you have the rest of the base. In most of those setups, you can easily triple those bases if you walk around the town hall and then send in the hybrid into the town hall later on. This is working pretty well, and you can most of the time do this from both sides. It's kind of depending on how much damage is over there, and then you have to pick the correct side. But this is kind of the setup. Just walk alongside the town hall, wall break in, and then just like wreck the town hall with the hybrid. This is working on a lot of different bases, and this is something which you can find in a lot of different bases as well. So let's take a look at the next one. This is a classic anti-3-star base as well, and it's once again having a similar setup. So just queen walk the town hall, wall break into the base, and then just once again hybrid the town hall. So as simple as that. So I think after watching all of those things, and one quick thing to remember, those setups are always kind of the same for every single town hall. So it doesn't matter that all the pictures which I just showed of town hall 13, this is working for town hall 10, 11, and 12 as well. So it's always the same idea. One more thing is, one thing which you should get rid of as soon as you're using queen charge hybrid, do not try to queen charge for value, always queen charge for pathing. This is one thing which I highlighted in those pictures a lot, at least I hope so, because you always need to take care of the pathing, so the hybrid is having like a straight path through the base. So let's figure that out in Legend. So we have once again a Legend base, a classic one I would say, and a lot of people would consider this being a teaser base. But actually, the setup which I'm looking for is the setup of the Clan War League base, or like the normal Clan War base. Because the setup we have over here is, we have the Town Hall in behind of two rows of, or like one row of defenses on both sides. So what we're doing over here, we let our queen walk from the top side, past the Town Hall, and then later on we're just sending in our hybrid onto the Town Hall. As easy as that. So, on this one, it's a little bit complicated because we have so many storages, so we need to get a little bit creative, but it's the same approach. So, using the poison early on, making sure that the enemy clan castle is down, kind of simple, and then we need to rage at some point because, to be honest, we need the time. So, even though there is no damage right now, we just want to use the rage onto the queen. We're dropping it kind of aggressively, just to make sure that the queen is still inside when she's hitting the other storages, because time is a big issue on this one. You should always start with your hybrid around like 130, 140 roundabout. Otherwise, you could get issues with your time. And we have already spent overall like 1 minute with the beginning of the queen charge, with taking down like maybe 15% of the base, which is not that much. So for now, we just need our queen to let her decide whichever way she wants to go. Using the next rage to keep my queen alive, and obviously make sure that the queen is going a little bit quicker through all of the defenses over there. And well, the queen seems to go to the left. So, since there's already only 1 minute 40 left, we have to do something right now. So what I'm deciding right now is, normally you try to get in behind of the queen with the hybrid, but on this time we have to switch things up because there were so many storages. So what we're doing instead, we're starting with the king and siege barrage on the right side, and then as soon as this wizard tower is going down, we can start with the hybrid onto the inferno tower to get pathing into the town hall. So, wizard tower is down, we're sending in the hybrid, and it's actually really late on this one. Like, we had a lot of time going into the base because of all of the storages, but I think it should be alright. So let's see if this can still somehow triple. Using the free spear onto the scatter, and well, our queens keep going. We still have the warden ability. And to be honest, guys, since this is a guide and I was concentrating on like commentating, I completely forgot about the Royal Champion. But still, we got that. We will go through the back end now. We have 40 seconds left. We have a couple of wall breakers still left because we have really not needed them so far. And well, we just need to use our cleanup troops perfectly. Make sure that we can use them and do not get a time fell. And well, so far guys, it's looking really good. Our Royal Champion is still alive. Our main group of Hog is still alive. So this should be a triple. And you guys saw, you can find those pieces which I just highlighted to you guys in the beginning of the videos, like the teaser, the ring-based setup, and the clan war setup. You can find them in basically any base. And when you know how to approach those bases and how you can find those pieces, it's always the same approach most of the time. So let's figure out how exactly we attack this base and what exactly went right and what went not that great in our case. So overall, a great first attack, but there's one more legend attack to come. But before we're jumping into that, I want to show you guys a little bit more of how we actually got the first triple and why exactly how I placed those troops. So I think let's jump over into the drawing screen and let's figure out why exactly we did what we did. So this was the setup of the base. And like I said in the beginning, I think most of you guys were thinking like, yeah, this is the teaser base, right? But this is more like the clan war base, like I said. Like this is the setup which we have. We have the town on the second row. We have the defenses right in front there. And that's kind of it. The only thing which was kind of annoying on this one with all of the storages at the top side, so time was always an issue. The nice thing about that, the base is kind of symmetrical, which means we can let our queen decide whichever way she wants to go. This is something which you need to abuse when you're facing those legend bases. If they are symmetrical, always make sure that you let your queen decide and do not waste any funneling troops, because that are troops which you could eventually use for the cleanup. So what I'm doing over here, I could have used kind of my hybrid in behind, but instead what I'm using over here, I'm sending in my king and my siege breaks on the right side and the hybrid then in between. Like I said, the reason for that was the time why I had to do that. Normally you want to have the hybrid kind of in behind of the queen and then send in the king and the siege breaks on the other flank. But still, it worked for us on this one, so I think we should keep going. Let's get into the second base and let's see what exactly we can find over there. And if we can once again use one of our kind of like masterpieces to use it on this base. This one is the next one. And to be honest, it's once again looking kind of similar to the other base which we just attacked. The only problem this time is, once again, we have storages on the queen charge side. But the next thing is we have 4 ground expos over there. You normally do not want to charge into 4 ground expos. This is way too expensive spell-wise, so you normally try to dodge that. On this one, we need to get creative. So whenever you see one side is heavily stacked with ground expos, this means the other side is missing a lot of DPS for your queen. So you can get through that kind of easily and kind of quick. So this, even though we recognize this setup of base, we have to change things up because, well, the setup of the base is working, but not how the defenses are placed. So you normally try not to queen charge into 4 ground expos, which is, like I said, kind of obvious. So we're charging onto the other side. So what we have to do over here now, first off, keep your queen alive, Itsu. Keep your queen freaking alive. Thank goodness. Finally using the rage over there. And now the queen should go inside to get the eagle. Once again, one thing which a lot of people are asking, Itsu, what do I need to get out of the enemy base to actually use queen charge hybrid? And to be honest, there is no answer. Like, the main thing you're looking for is pathing. And that's pretty important. Because if you can take out like 2 scatters, an eagle, and everything else, but you're not creating any pathing, it's pretty useless, to be honest. So I would always kind of take out multiple like cannons or like, I don't know, air defenses or archer towers, which are not that important against hybrid, but instead create like the perfect pathing. So on this one, a lot of things went wrong. So we have to adapt kind of on the fly. What we're doing over here right now, trying to create the pathing on our own, which means we're sending the Royal Champion to take down the scatter because the scatter was threatening our healers. And now the hybrid kind of in between of the siege barracks and the king. As soon as the hybrid is tanking the single Inferno Tower, we're adding over there the king to make sure that we're getting rid of the enemy heroes and obviously the enemy clan castle, which would be huge. Then freezing the enemy town hall is looking good. We have still 1 rage, which our queen won't need, so we can use that to make sure that the town hall is going down. So dropping the rage right now in combination with the warden ability, it's always a great deal to have, like great thing to have, like the rage in combination with the warden ability. Town hall is going down, everything is looking great for us. So as long as the power and the queen is having the kind of the back end, being able to overpower the back end, we should be good to go. Bomb tower is a little bit annoying, but still, queen is under attack from the Inferno Tower, but the miners should deal with the Inferno Tower. We're adding 1 more loon to add the power to get rid of the Inferno Tower, and that should be it. That should be it. We have around 35 seconds left. Power-wise, this shouldn't be any problem because the queen is now taking down the bomb tower. Inferno Tower is down as well, and this should be the next triple for us. So even though I showed you guys all of those setups of bases, sometimes the base builder defended the default entry, I would call them, which means you can't use them anymore. For example, on this base with the 4 ground expos. So you try to get creative and kinda always follow the guideline. Queen charge where there is not too much damage. And this is the case on the other side of the base, because there is just straight up not too much damage on that side, because, well, all of the expos are on the others, and the expos are the main threat to queen charges. So we just queen charge on the other side, try to get as deep as possible, and with this setup, we should create kind of good pathing, because the core should be empty after that. And, well, that was kind of the whole idea of, in this attack, after seeing that there are so many expos. So this queen charge into the expos would have most likely not worked, because there's just way too much DPS over there. And this is something which you should never do. So yeah, overall, then what we did, once again, we abused the symmetrical power of the base and started our queen at like 3 o'clock. Let her once again decide whichever way she wants to go. As soon as she has decided that, we're just like breaking her in, making sure that she's getting inside, because then she's creating the pathing, and that's kind of it. From this point on, we had kind of to react, because nothing was going as planned regarding our default plan with charging like the first row and then getting the hybrid onto the town hall. So we took already out everything which is above the yellow line on the right side. And as soon as that was the case, we were kind of adapting. So the pathing was okay, but we still could improve that with placing the siege perks over there, and then the king later on, and obviously the royal champion. So you guys can see the pathing which got created, like in between of the king and siege perks on the outside, and then the hybrid. So overall, we had a pretty good pathing into the town hall, and the enemy heroes were way too far back to actually lure our minus away from the town hall, and that's kind of it. This is how you can approach bases with Queen Charge Hybrid, and those setups are always working against any town hall. This is important. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys learned a lot of things, and well, when using the next time Queen Charge Hybrid, I hope you guys will get the easy peasy 3-star. Once again, this was the pathing which we created, but I mean, you guys already noticed that, right? So this was the pathing which we created. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, like I said, and I hope I see you guys back tomorrow for another one. And once again, guys, let me know which strategy you would like to see next, and if you guys like the strategy guide overall, or if I should improve anything. Just let me know down below in the comments. I will hopefully see you guys back tomorrow, and until then, see ya guys, and bye bye.